Bernstein, and they call me the most armed man in America. I have over 4,000 weapons in my name, over 200 machine guns. I have mortars, bazookas, tanks, half-tracks, attack jeeps, flamethrower, and everything I have is legal in the state of Colorado. This is the front door at Dragamans, my gun store. Right now, you're not a trespasser, you're a target.
3% of Americans own, according to a recent study, over 50% of guns. You probably fall into that group.
Yeah.
Why do you think so few people have such a large concentration of weapons?
You get addicted to it. You know, it gets in your blood. We're driving up my property now, and there's all kinds of warning signs, as you can see. If anybody comes on your property and threatens you with bodily harm, it's legal to shoot them. Colorado law.
All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai by Shimmer Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. It's the brother Balls off from Great Millstone, Atlanta. You know, I have a lesson going into basically the Lord's not going to, deliver us through sword and spear. The Lord gave us enough weapons and ammunition to take this individual down. And what did the Lord give us? The spirit of Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai. This isn't going to be a gun-on-gun fight, man. You know, you have a lot of carnal Israelites that's looking to stockpiling canned foods. Basically, they're just Israelite preppers, man. You know, they're stocking up on canned foods, guns, weaponry, swords, knives, you know, anything that they can actually get their hands on for the time of Jacob's trouble. And they think as many things as they accumulate collectively as a unit, the better results they'll have for actually receiving salvation. And that's not the case. All right, the Most High Yahweh Shema Al-Shah is going to deliver us as it is written in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right, we're not going to fight this man with weapons, grenades, and things of that nature. He has all the weapons. Like this prime example, this is just he's known as the most armed man in America. He's one amongst many, man. You know, bazookas, grenades, all right, rocket launchers, all these, you know, he has millions of dollars worth of stockpile goods. And you think you're going to come against this individual or his, because it's not just him. It's more than likely he has a team of individuals. He actually sells ammunition and sells guns and things of that nature. You think that you're going to be able to get enough guns to fight against an individual such as this? And this is one amongst many, like I said. You know, he dedicates his time to accuracy, precision. You know, he could break down damn near all those guns without even looking at them, man. Eyes closed. And you think you're going to break him down with or beat him at his own game? That's not the case, man. The men of Yahweh Shema Shah, our sword is the spirit of the Lord. All right? And the Lord is going to protect us and deliver us and guide us in that day, just as he did with men of the ancient world. All right, when men of the Lord actually went to battle, what dictated the results of the battle is how close we were to the Most High. That's why even in the book of Joshua, when we fell, we had to actually go to the Lord and figure out. And Joshua, through his inquisition, he figured out that it was Achan. Achan stole the Babylonian garments, and he didn't do what the Lord commanded, and that's why we fell as we got basically put to flight. And that happened a lot of times when we actually, as a collective unit, didn't follow the spirit of Yahweh Shema Al-Shah in its entirety. We fell as a nation. You have another account in the book of Maccabees where the individuals went to war. The Maccabees and the Maccabean family, if I'm not mistaken, and the Israelites went to war against the heathens. And all the men that got put to death, they checked the pockets of all of them, and they all had idols in their pockets. Why? Because they trusted in a foreign power to deliver them and save them, instead of solely trusting in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Al-Shah. So when you get into the spirit of the Lord, you don't need guns. You don't need sword ammunition. You don't need to learn mixed martial arts, Hapkido, you know, Aikido, all these different fighting styles. Now, it's good to actually learn it's good to just actually have it. Certain brothers are into the fighting and things of that nature, but that's not gonna get us anywhere. What's a fighting style to somebody that has a gun right in your face? You know, what are you trusting then? You gonna trust in breaking his arm and things of that nature, or when you got thousands of millions? Because America is more armed than any other country in the world. So in the time of Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be bullets flying from left and right. So what's going to get us through this perverse and this dark time? The light of Yahweh Shema Shah and trusting in the Lord. That's what's going to navigate us, and that's what's going to direct us in the time of Jacob's trouble. Because even when all turmoil and hell is out here and these people are shooting, like you'll watch that on the movie The Purge, our whole mentality is going to be receiving salvation and redemption, man. We ain't going to be out there having shootouts like niggas. All right, you're going to get your AR and you're going to go shoot down some local crackers. Because really in the time of Jacob's trouble, the big wigs ain't even going to be here, man. The elites, the so-called so-called top, the Illuminati, they're not going to be here in the shootouts. The top Republicans and senators, a lot of them are going to be here and they're going to actually await judgment too. But you're going to have the top ones that's actually pushing the New World Order and pushing mass death, destruction in these different streets, anarchy. They're the ones that's going to hire and pay these mercenaries. They're the financiers of martial law and things of that nature. They're not going to be out here and you're going to just fall into one of the elite's houses and he's going to be balled up, shaking, and you're going to have the opportunity to kill him. That's not going to be the case, man. It's going to be way more complex than that. And that's why we got to have our thinking caps on and really always apply the scriptures in all situations and think, how would a man of the Lord actually sustain in those days? You have to always revert back to the scriptures. How did we sustain in days of trouble, days of turmoil, when we was in different captivities? We always trusted in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. So this is Psalms 44 and 6. Matter of fact, I'll start at 44 and 4. Thou art my king, O Yahweh. Command deliverances for Jacob. Though through thee will I push down our enemies. Will we push down our enemies, excuse me. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. Through the name of Yahweh Shema Shah, that's how we're going to tread the enemies asunder. And it is going to get physical, of course. The scriptures speak about the fish is going to be transitioned to hunters. So the Lord is going to bring out that furious, vehemently bloodthirsty spirit in each and every one of us. But it's going to be a time, and we're going to know the call of the spirit of the Yahweh Shema Shah when he supercharges us in that day. But right now we have to stay calm. We have to stay collect and trust in the Lord. This isn't a thing where, all right, your paychecks, stock up on gold, stock up on silver, get you certain equipment that can actually clean polluted water, learn how to hunt, learn how to set booby traps for deer and things of that nature. Just be a all-out survivor. In the time of Jacob's trouble, the Most High is going to put that spirit in us. Why? Because we actually studying and learning about how the men of the Lord actually got directed through that time. So we'll actually have that same mentality of thinking in the time of Jacob's trouble. It says, for I will not trust in my bow. And this is one example amongst many. David was on a run many a times. All right, he had to flee in the Philistines' lands. When he went into the Philistine land, he knew that that the Philistines had a super abundance of strength in their territory. And when you read the account, it said David was fearful. So what did David do? He played crazy. They say he started drooling on his beard, acting wild, and they basically showed mercy to him. So he knew through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah what to lean towards. And David was a bad boy with the sword. David was known to kill thousands. Did David try to raise up sword against the Philistines in their land? No. He used the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shah, and he played insane. Same thing with Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah was in certain situations. Well, what did he trust in? Did he trust in the sword? He rebuked Peter when Peter picked up the sword. All right, and cut off I think if I'm not mistaken, Malchus's ear. Would the Lord say, "Put down that sword, Peter, for all they that basically live by the sword shall die by the sword." So the Lord wasn't even on that rah sword fighting zealot, shoot him up Sakari spirit, man. Yahweh Shah said if this was his kingdom, he could command angels to come and destroy this place. He rebuked James and John when they asked for they said, can we let fire down from heaven as Elijah and burn up our enemies? And he basically, Yahweh Shah was like, nah, that's not the time we in right now, man. So it's the same thing now. We're not in those times right now where you have to actually You know, we're never gonna be in those times where you have to actually get guns and things of that nature. The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai was gonna direct us. Like I said, we have enough ammunition. This is enough ammunition as is. The sword of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, pursuant to Ephesians the 6th chapter. All right, cutting down these, breaking down these strongholds, exposing lies. That's that's enough as it is to take this man down. All right, but you got individuals that want to see physical results. They want to see instant bloodshed. Now that time is gonna come, but you got to be patient, man, because this devil is painting us as extremist groups. All right, that's looking to get hasty and to looking to take down the local officials in the federal government. So don't play into his hands, man. And I have a question for each and every one of these guys that believe that's gonna be the case. Do you believe that this man is gonna make it? He's gonna be the head honcho of the next world through his guns. In the time of Jacob's trouble, here there's gonna be martial law. It's gonna be brigades of troops that's gonna be storming up and down. Do you believe this guy through his tanks and his flamethrowers, he's gonna be able to shoot down all those troops and basically, you know, be king of the hill? He's gonna be the new elitist. All right, he's gonna be the president, so to speak. Hell no, he's gonna be one of the first ones that's gonna be killed. Why? Because he already made himself a bullseye. He made himself an open target. All those guns that he purchased are in high registration. That's why they actually gave him legal. You know, they made it legal for him to actually stockpile and actually have all those guns. Because first off, he's a gun seller. For him to have all those guns, he has to have some form of license, and he's actually purchasing and selling. But he does have a lot of them accumulated, and you can only use one gun at a time, man. Right, where he's gonna strap the guns on his back and have him shoot for him like he's some goddamn super Terminator. No, that's not the case, man. He can only shoot one gun at a time and bullets run out. Now he has an abundance of bullets, but how many bullets can he carry? He gonna carry the house on his back in that day? Cause them troops is gonna be deep, super deep. And they're not just gonna have basic guns, ARs, and you know AK-47s. You know these. That's low technology, man. They're gonna have these super powered drones that you know, that can avoid bullets midair. You know, these devils probably got force fields, man, around those drones. Got force fields that actually don't even get pierced by bullets. The scriptures speak about the you know, the heart of these devils is deep, man. And for them to even give all these common individuals these basic primitive weapons, because these is primitive weapons, like Magneto said, you know, filthy humans and your primitive weapons. You know, this devil gave these Americans these primitive weapons. He got this advanced technology, super soldiers, robots, drones, unmanned drones. You know, so continuing on. But thou hast saved us from our enemies and has put them to shame that hated us. So even though we didn't, you know, just like David said, he didn't trust in bow and his sword, he got saved from his enemies. So how did he get saved if he didn't have a bow? If he didn't have arms? All right? If he didn't have a team of individuals that was actually fighting, so to speak. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. Now, of course, mind you, he had the mighty men. And they fought in the midst of the battle. They fought in adversity. But it was times that the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai purely saved David, man. And everything wasn't just brutish. It wasn't a hack and slash reason why David actually survived. This isn't a hack and slash game. A lot of these guys believe this is a hack and slash video game. You're going to pick your sword up like Dynasty Warriors. If brothers remember that game back in the day. You know, you're just going to be chopping down everything you see. You get shot 7 times and it don't affect you. It just bring your health bar down a little bit. And you could grab some herbs and charge back up and you could get back to hacking. You know, that's not gonna be the case, man. It's gonna be purely, you have to have your pure soul trust in Yahweh Shema Shai to get delivered. All right, and this is 1 Maccabees 3:18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few, and with the power of heaven it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. So it's all from the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai to deliver with either a great multitude or either a small company. And the Most High really takes favor more so in a small company than a great multitude. Why? Because the Lord wants to show his extreme and great power through that small company. Prime example, the 300 men in the book of Judges. The Lord chopped down the multitude of men and made it a small amount of individuals to show His power through Gideon and the men that was fighting against the Hamites at that time, man. You know, He sent them through a spiritual boot camp, and the individuals that didn't pass the test, those individuals were cut, and through those little bit of men that actually stood strong and stood faithful, they took down a group of many. So it's the same thing now. We're known as it says, though Jacob be ascended to the sea, yet a small remnant shall be left unto him, the 144,000 and 1/3. That's a small remnant. But they're gonna take down the world. They're gonna govern the world and rule over the elites, multi-trillionaire bankers. The poor are gonna actually receive the kingdom. The meek shall inherit the earth. How are they gonna do these things if they don't have a military? If they don't have an economic union? All through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. And this is a prime example. I'm not going to read this part, but it speaks about the poor man that actually delivered the city, through his wisdom. Yet no man regarded that individual. You know why? Because they didn't see him as anybody that was significant. He was looked at as insignificant. Why? Because a poor man doesn't have the resources that people look up to. He's not substance based, but he's spiritual based. His base isn't shown on the outward, it's shown in the inward. And the main point I wanted to really get is Ecclesiastes 9:18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good. Right? So the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shah is stronger and is more durable, firmer, and it cuts deeper than any two-edged sword, as it is written in Hebrews, the 4th chapter. All right, sword, whether bow, whatever missile, nothing is stronger or more powerful than the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, you even watched it on the book of Eli. Through the power of Eli, that's how the world got reestablished. And carnage, which represented the devil, the word carnage represents death. He was vehemently hungry to actually get that book out of Eli's grasp, because he knew that it was more powerful than the weapons of war. He actually sent men of his line to actually fight against Eli, put their lives on the line, and in order to get that weapon, which was what the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. And each and every one of us possesses the sword of the spirit. So we have to train, build ourselves, polish ourselves, sharpen one another, so that we become stronger because of the time of Jacob's trouble. And if we trust in the Lord and stay faithful unto the very end, the same shall be saved, as it is written. So I want to end by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shah by Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom Makin.